Hello YouTube, let's play another game. Playing with the black pieces this time. This is quite an odd opening, but you can kind of play Caro-Kann style against this as well. Now I don't know this. I'm guessing, let's actually go here. Yeah, maybe this is an idea. Probably I want to put my pawn here. Like this trade, it's never really something I want to go for. Although if he takes with the bishop, I can attack it immediately, but I feel like I'm just gonna play it safe. And let's see. Let's go here. And just castle. Like I said, just play it safe. But this is quite a good bishop. So I'm gonna try to trade it off. No, it's not such a good bishop anymore. Okay, interesting. I might want to get a knight here. And start an attack on the king side. Let's just develop first. I'm not in a hurry. Okay, that kind of forces matters. Now, do I want to take? I feel like having a bishop here is quite nice. Just lining up. So probably want to just keep my pieces. See if I have some attack here. Don't know if there's anything there, but I'm gonna try at least. Probably gonna have to break with b7. Okay. Do I want to trade that? Don't think so, because this is actually quite nice. It's not really aiming at anything, but it's just nice to have. This bishop doesn't really have any squares because all my pawns are on light squares, so I feel like this is alright. And again, this bishop is bad because it's blocked by his own pawns. It's quite a close position. Yeah, so he goes for that, which is smart. Basically stopping this. Although not stopping it, but it's defending preemptively. So I might have to go for the central approach now. And break there. Defend it 3 times. So even with this bishop opening up, that shouldn't be a problem. Now it does improve his bishop a bit. So that's the thing. And this, I think I like to see. Just because I can now improve my other knight. I have the bishop pair now, but it's quite a close position, so I want to open things up. So if he's not gonna trade, I'm gonna trade pawns. And of course he needed to respond to this first, so he didn't trade. And in this case, I'm gonna go for this, but I don't know if I want the queen trade. I might just step aside and start using my rooks. Could also go here, but he has 2 knights on that square. So let's just step aside for now. Giving him control of the file, but I can easily take over again. And my king is really safe. Yeah, so he goes there. So let's just put a rook here. Maybe double up. So Yeah, let's do that. Taking with the queen if he takes. I'm just trying to grab control over the e-file. And again, he still has a really bad bishop, which might be able to activate through c1. But he first needs to move his other rook, probably. You know, I have full control over this file. He can't move his other rook here. So he might want to play this and then bishop back, just so he can activate his bishop. Yeah, and he's going to play on this side of the board, but there's nothing there. So I'm not scared of that. Trying to see if I can infiltrate. Maybe just this. It's gonna be an outpost. Also, this might be an idea now. Improving my bishop. Let's actually go for that. Because I'm seeing maybe I have something there in the future. And that's really weakening, I feel. So can I already take? Now do something like this. I should probably... I don't have time to calculate, but I think there's probably something there. It's at least interesting. Pawn is pinned, so he can't take my bishop. Of course, I want to take his pawn. With either the bishop or the rook. Or maybe the queen, but then if he can trade queens... Remember, I have sacrificed a piece, so... don't think I can afford trading queens. Yeah, his king is very weak here, so... I feel like this was a good sacrifice. But we'll see. He's taking his time at least. And I don't see a way for him to defend this pawn. So he might want to move his king over, just to get out of checks. Then still, things get dangerous, like after this, he needs to move his queen, and then my rook can perform some checks. Also my queen can easily come in, my bishop is here. So it's really dangerous for him. Okay, that's interesting. Going for the queen trade. But here his queen is no longer defended, and this is check. So he probably missed that. Yeah, now I'm definitely winning. That's made in 2, I think. Yeah, and he times out, but I think it was made in 2. Yeah, made in 2. Let's go to the game review. Felt like I played a nice game. Let's see if the sacrifice was actually good. Well, I had a brilliant move, so probably it was. 88 accuracy, 2250 rating estimated. Let's see what the engine has to say. So this was still theory. I didn't know theory basically from the first 2 moves. So this was quite alright. And here the engine says, yeah, e5 is also an idea. He can't take because he's pinned. But probably after h3 I have to take. Yeah, so this is a line apparently. And it's about equal. Could have gone for this. But I took the safe approach because I didn't know this position. And if you don't know a position, you don't really want to make it too sharp. Because if your opponent does know it, that's probably going to end up badly. And this was all alright. It's a little bit better for black here. Let's see here, yeah. So this was not the only move, but the best move. And basically the way to move forward. b6 was not really an idea anymore. Like, I can play it, and it's still okay, but he doesn't have to respond. Like, you can just play some random move, and yeah, if I take, he can just take back, and I've opened up a file, but that file is not really that important. So let's go back. This was the right idea. Yeah, and here this was just bad. It's already -2 by this in this point. Felt like this was the right idea. What does the engine say? F5 even. Yeah, just going all in with the attack. Makes sense. I felt like improving my pieces. This was not the right idea. Yeah, just closing things down because I have an attack on the king side makes sense as well. I didn't want to trade queens here, though the engine says it is the best move. Probably because that's also a way I can just grab the e-file. But this was also alright. Not the best continuation, and this was even a mistake. Let's see what the engine says. Knight h5. I thought about this at some point, but I didn't really know where the knight would be going. Like visually it looks dangerous. I'm getting more pieces into the attack, but yeah, couldn't really see a follow-up. Yeah, and here I just have full control over everything basically, so I felt like this must be good. And this was actually a brilliant move and the best move, so I was correct here. Even if I just moved my bishop, I felt like this was a really weakening move, and the engine agrees it's still +3. But intuitively, I just thought this must be good. Like after this, because this will be check, and even if not check, let's say he makes a random move, I could go for the check. But even if I take with the bishop, I'm now attacking the queen and this some discovered checks. So let's say he moves the queen here, I can still win the queen because this is check. So then he needs to move to a dark square, like here probably. No, that I don't even know how he saves his queen. I don't think he can save his queen. Because this is covered, this is covered. Here he just loses his queen like this, it's pinned. Let's play another game. It's a 16-20, let's see what we can do. For the Caro-Kann. That took him quite long. Okay, he's gonna go for the fantasy variation. And I have a nice trap there. Let's see if he falls for it. Best move is this. And this is already interesting. I'm attacking the knight, he might not notice. And if he tries to move it, there's actually a checkmate in 2. Which is part of this trap. Yeah, so he hangs the knight. And he has a lot of pawns for it, so it's playable, but it's already good for me. And let's see. Let's go for this now. Just block this pawn. This is never a thing. My knight defends. And let's see. Yeah, let's bring my knight there actually. He might attack it, but at some point I can just go here. Maybe trade queens. My bishop is defending, so it's alright. Also on this pawn. Yeah, he does defend. Let's just castle queenside. Attacks my bishop. And let's see. One of these two squares. He's probably going to take with the knight, so it's basically where do I want my knight to land. I think this might be a little bit better. He does have this, but it weakens his pawns a lot, so... And after moving my bishop, I can imagine bringing my knight to that square in the future. Okay, so he goes for that immediately. It's also fine by me. And that's also a really nice square for the knight, especially with this pawn here now. And he can't push it because I can just take. Maybe his idea is to go here, but then this drops. So let's go for it. Yeah, he's attacking my king. But I'm up a piece, so if I just keep playing solidly, it should be alright. Now I should get my other pieces in the game as well. So let's go for that, I guess. Does have something like this now. I can always drop back, and if he attacks us some more, even drop back even more. This is nice now. I'd like to trade some pieces, so if I can fork, it's not really a fork because the bishop would just be a trade, but still would be beneficial to me. So this square becomes available now. Yeah, so he goes for that. Stopping this. So yeah, that's an idea. Should I break up his pawns? I think this is alright actually. Both of these pawns would become weak if he takes. And can I go there? I think I can. So let's go for it. Yeah, you might go for this now, and then I should have watched out for that. Because here, this, and he has this jack. So maybe I should just give the piece back now. And then actually let's do it like this. Was up a piece after all. And in this position at least his king is weak. Definitely could have played this this one better. Kinda have to go here now. Okay. And now if he takes here, yeah, it doesn't ruin my pawn structure like it would if he did it earlier. So I'm actually alright with this. Yeah, no, this is under attack. He defends it, but not really. Yeah. I'm up material again. Also, my king is still safer. There's a weak diagonal here, but the bishop is on the diagonal, so his bishop can't really attack there. At some point he might want to trade that bishop off, but it's also fine for me. Let's go here, I guess. Yeah, should be alright. Yeah, you can just let him take. Doesn't feel that scary. So let's just start attacking. Knight is defending. So if he goes there, knight can take. Maybe this. So he goes for that. Then that one. I feel like I should go here, just because it's aligned with the king. Okay, does he see something here? It looks scary, but at the same time, he's gotta have something concrete. Like if his rooks were doubled here, that would definitely be dangerous, but it's gonna take him a lot of time to get his other rook in the game. Or not that much, I guess. But again, I feel like I should be fine with trades. Threatening this now. Might have missed that. Still, there's some danger I can take. If this, I probably do nothing. This is not scary. This is not scary, I feel like. Yeah, and he times out. I think I was winning. I was. Let's go to the game review. Definitely some things to learn here, I feel like. 82.5 accuracy, so not too bad. And yeah, this was all preparation. Here just drop the knight. It's a nice trap. And also to show you what is said in the game, if they want to save the knight like this, it's actually checkmate in 2. So that's the other part of the trap. And it's already in this position, basically, they kind of have to play this. But usually they go pawn grabbing because we're gambitting some pawns. And he definitely had some compensation. So yeah, this was basically the only move. And in a lot of positions you just trade with the queens. You're up a piece, so you don't mind trading. Yeah, this castling ended up becoming more dangerous than I would have liked. Here actually this was just best. Just giving back the piece, but now having a lot of material for it. I'm not even taking with the knight, by the way. So something concrete here. B5. And his knight is trapped. But that's actually nice. Something to remember. This is also alright. Yeah, and here after this, it says f takes e, but basically it does agree that giving back the pawn is best. Yeah, and he just didn't continue very well. Let me win another pawn. And then here, let's see what the engine says. Yeah, I should definitely ignore this and just stick back with the king. Here I had a missed win, let's see. Yeah, e8, yeah, I thought about attacking it, but I felt like it's just a one-move threat. But it gives me tempo while getting my rook in the game, so I guess that's a good idea. And here, again, I should have played this. I felt like this could be becoming dangerous. It does hang a bishop, but apparently it's fine. But this is just really scary. And I didn't even have too much time to calculate. Here apparently is drawing. If he plays this. Yeah, maybe he's threatening to move the bishop away and go for this or something. He played this. And now this wins the bishop and basically the game. And here again, I don't think I should take here. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually a draw now. I can go here, go for my rook. But after this, there's nothing you can do. This check isn't scary, I just move my king over. If he takes, it looks scary, but actually there's nothing going on. Now again, I don't take here because he has this again. But I just leave my king here and he can't really attack it. If he ever goes here, I can just take the bishop. Now I need to watch out that he can't queen there, but my rook is still here, so that's all fine. I'm gonna play some blitz, 3+2. Something different this time. So I don't have too much time to talk, but I'll talk about my ideas in the evaluation when the game is over. Playing against his bishop here, basically. And I'd like to trade off that bishop. He might go for this. Yep. That's still alright for me. And yeah, let's just play solid now. I'd have to watch out for him attacking my bishop. So this. I can always get out, I feel like. So let's just develop. That's an idea, I guess. But not really threatening anything, so I'm just gonna castle. Like this, just loses a pawn. If he takes, I can choose how to take back. But that's still fine. Yeah, so he does attack my bishop, but I don't think this comes with any other threats. So I can safely drop back. Question is where? This looks annoying in some lines. can't easily move this. And if he does this, that blocks in the bishop. I can still go here, even if he attacks again, I can just go there. Yeah, let's go for that. Might also go here, but still, if he pushes his pawns too much, that's very weakening. So I actually like to see that. Okay, interesting. Probably I need to kick out his knight at some point. But I think it's okay to go for this. Make him calculate sacrifices here. Because that looks kinda scary for him. Maybe even after I move my bishop back, put another piece on that. Could also consider going for this plan. Yeah, let's just develop my pieces first. Let's see what he wants to do. Also might need to speed up a bit. Yeah, let's just take that center. I mean, can't be bad. I'm blocking my bishop, but it's only temporary. His pawns aren't staying there. Now he's going for this probably. So I might need to strike now if I want to. So let's go for that. Now this isn't scary. I can just take the knight. At the very least. Maybe I'm not even taken. Who knows? And here I'm definitely taking back with the pawn, still attacking. Yeah. That does attack this now. This might be annoying for him, because that's a bad pawn structure and it drops, sorry, this pawn. So I think this is alright. Maybe he can throw in this, but still, I can at the very least just take the knight. Yeah, now I can take here. Okay. Let's just take the rook, I guess. I'll kick out the knight. I'm on material at this point, but I should play quicker. Don't have much time. There's 2-second increments, so should be fine, but still. Yeah, and I mean, I'm on material, so I don't mind trading pieces. Even this opens up my rook, so if he wants, let's go for it. Of course he doesn't. That's still fine. And yeah, let's bring in my rooks. And yeah, if you want to trade queens, that's fine by me as well. Maybe ideas of this. Okay, he starts bringing his king. Let's double up, can never be bad. And maybe I want to initiate some more trades. So if he wants that again, all good for me. Okay. Let's just trade it. Repairs his pawns a bit, but it's still fine. Let's attack over there. And I'm gonna grab the D file as well. This would be, yeah, really passive, so I don't mind. That rook's basically out of the game. And I can start applying some more pressure. Let's see. I need to play quicker though. Let's defend everything. And I kind of want to double up my rooks. He was attacking this. I want to double up rooks to try and infiltrate. Okay, that's annoying. What do I do? Just this. And time is not on my side, so that's tricky. Yeah, it's a bit slow, but I think I can infiltrate still. So let's go for that. My king is actually reasonably safe. So let's start applying some more pressure. Maybe this is an idea now. You might have this actually. At the very least I can just do this. Maybe lose a pawn, but should still be fine. Okay, takes with the king. It's interesting. Let's attack this. For this. Now my king is becoming a little more weak than I'd hope. Okay, and he times out. Let's analyze this game. Yeah, he was winning, so good thing he timed out. Let's see what the evaluation has to say. 76 accuracy, not the best. In the opening, this basically plays against the fact that he's gonna put his bishop there. Okay, this was not the right plan. Just e6 and play solid immediately. Yeah, I like to go for the chance to trade off the bishop, but apparently it was not the best. Yeah, here I'm just slightly better. I'm just slowly building up. This was, yeah, the only move basically. And then again here. And yeah, this was, I think, the most important move of the game. Bishop e5 would have been possible as well. Just attacking the rook. So that basically doesn't lose the pawn as well. Here, this is a favorable trade for me. And he gave up the exchange, and I think from that point on I was better until I messed up the endgame. So here I'm still better. Probably all the way up until I allowed bishop f8, I think. So here already it's equal. Bishop d6. Yeah, I guess that's just annoying. And this is a blunder because of bishop f8, and he found it. And it's just a draw here. But I maybe too desperately tried to still go for the win. Nearly gave up. I thought I might be in time for this. So let's say he pushes. He can check me like this. And I basically blocked my rook. Yeah, that would have been a disaster. But I won on time, so in the end it worked out. Let's try to find the game and see who we're up against. Taking some time, but there he is, 1600. Let's see what we can do. He's taking his time. Is he there or is he gonna abort? Looks like he will abort. Oh, he's playing. Okay, let's go for a Caro-Kann. Don't know why this was taking so much time, but at least I have a little time advantage now. Exchange variation. So far, so good. And I like to pin this knight. It's actually pretty annoying for him. Also, kind of attacking this pawn right now. Yeah, he defends. The exchange variation is pretty slow usually, just usual development and no real tricks there. Just developing your pieces and then slowly building up an attack. I might go for a minority attack at some point. There are some interesting lines where you allow your knight to be captured and double your pawns. Okay, here my opponent goes for this. Or at least allows that. So let's see, if I take his knight there, and he takes with his queen, can I take here? I feel like I can. There's some checks here which I should always watch out for. I think I can win a pawn here if he goes for that. He has this, but then I have that check. So maybe he just trades and then goes for this. I can probably just save my rook or something. I think I can go for this. Also attacks the queen, so it does come with tempo. He needs to respond. This is probably his best bet. And after this, my rook would be hanging, so I don't have time to take the bishop. And this check doesn't work because his queen is there. Yeah, so it does go for that line. Okay, it goes for a check, which I didn't consider. Which is kind of a problem maybe. Because he does end up winning my rook. But maybe it's alright. Like his king is very weak, it looks like. So if he takes my rook, I check here. That actually might lead to checkmate. If he goes there, and this is checkmate. If he blocks with the knight, I can just take with my queen. So probably he should just go back. And then maybe just this is some funny draw, repetition here or something. I could try to play on. That's looking very dangerous. Okay, that's an option, I guess. I think at the very least I have to play this now. think. He moves his bishop back. At least that's bishop that's more passive. So here I have this. So my queen is defending. So I think that's alright. He can take here, but I can take there. And then I'm attacking the knight. It's becoming a really weird game here, but so far it's alright. He also has this still. And after this, he doesn't have a follow-up check. That doesn't lose any material, at least. Okay, with my king here, that's always going to be a problem. Luckily, it's on a dark square and he doesn't have a dark squared bishop anymore. This knight will become a weakness for him, I think. And maybe he could consider going there. Trying to trade queens. Maybe I don't mind that. But it's scary. If I take here, my king would actually be in the center. I would win king of the hill, but okay, none of that is happening. So I think I really should go here. And it's a little bit clumsy to develop my pieces, so yeah, still tricky. But I'm still aiming at this. And he's probably claiming that he is quicker, which is probably right. I should really develop my pieces, I think. No real time to attack that. Or to take that, I should say. Yeah, let's develop my pieces. Maybe this or something, and then bring a rook over, king back. It's gonna take a lot of time, so it's still quite tricky. And he can arrest my queen. Yeah, so he's trying to go for that immediately. Maybe this is safest. Still attacking that, but still not feeling like taking it just right now. Yeah, this rook is lined up with my king now, so that's also pretty dangerous. And still, this is gonna take me a lot of time, so that's not ideal. But he is taking time to defend the pawn. I wasn't gonna take it anyway. And if I get all these moves in, then it would become good for me. Okay, so he's threatening that now. Maybe he can just offer some trades. Which should be good for me at this point. Okay. Are there any threats there? Don't really think so. Let's go for this. Also defends this rook some more. This knight might need some defense at some point. Yeah, okay, so he is attacking my queen. So maybe I can go for something like this, go for another trade. Let's go for that. I think I should be able to hold this endgame. Oh, he finds a nice combination. That's actually nice. Can't I take with the king? If I take with the bishop, he has this check. But if I take with the king, I think that should be alright. So yeah, there he doesn't have the combination. Now if I just move back, he's gonna go there. But I can just move back again, and I think I'm out of the woods. I mean, he has given up his queen. Was a nice idea. If I took with the bishop, would have actually just been a trade, because I take his knight afterwards, and okay. So this probably, just to keep defense of the pawn, maybe this. Let's put it on a dark square. He has a light squared bishop. Yeah, my rook is kind of out of the game, but he doesn't have a queen anymore, so that's probably alright. And he misses this as well, so that's definitely alright. So did I have that earlier in the game? Let's go to the game review anyway. I didn't play this game very well, I think. 83 accuracy, rating estimated at 2050. Okay, that's still alright. Yeah, up to this point, I pretty much knew what I was doing. And I don't really know c4 here, but apparently this capture was right, and then this was the wrong idea. Let's see what the engine says here. Let's play check. Okay, and then what? I just continue development. And this wasn't good because of this idea, and I just underestimated it. And apparently he can just take my rook here. That's actually interesting, because I was looking at this and it looked quite alright. Okay, he has this, then still takes. And then king f1. Yeah, that's actually a nice idea. I don't have this checkmate anymore because his knight is not blocking his rook. And I have won some pieces back. Actually not that bad on material. I can even win the pawn here, but yeah, this is an annoying pin. So he could have gone for that actually, but he didn't. And yeah, this was the right idea. And this is still better for him. I figured. It's just, I'm defensive. G5 is best here. Yeah, I just didn't want my queen to be aligned with his rook. Yeah, and here he just messed up. And his idea was probably this, and then it would be fine for him. It's still just a trade, because after this check, I need to move my king somewhere. What does the engine say? King d8. Okay, that's not what I would have played, but again, after this, it's just an equal trade. But if I take with the king, he doesn't even have that. And yeah, so I didn't have time to take the rook earlier, but after this, I am attacking his rook here. And he just missed that, and let's play another game. Let's see if we can get a Jubava London. Yes, we can. That's what I like to see. Okay, and this is actually a fun line. We go for a quick h4. Okay, I would have liked to go for a rook sack. I'll show you after the game. Now this line you just develop like normally, basically. Gonna go for the castle queen side because I want my pawns to attack on this side. Especially since he's now castled there. So that's my main plan. Yeah, and here, there's no really a threat here. I could consider taking because it does just win a pawn, so I could go materialistic if I wanted. But he can probably win it back at some point. So this actually does continue our plan to go on this side. Like if he ever takes, I can just take back. No big deal. So let's go here now. I can still take back the pawn, so that's fine. And I like to enable this idea. Yeah, this is still fine. And if he takes here, I can take back either way. I'll have to look, but both look alright. This is not a threat. This might be, so I think I'm gonna be safe playing this. Could have also considered taking the knight. And here maybe this is an idea. Because if he goes here, and I attack it, well, he does win this pawn, so maybe just this. And if he does go there, I can at least take that bishop. And if he doesn't, this is quite a nice bishop here. Now again, I could be materialistic. And in this case, I probably will. Could have maybe also taken here first. No, I don't think that would have worked. Yeah, maybe he misses this. He doesn't. I do have an in-between move, which I think is good for me. Messes up his pawn structure. Also attacking this. And he misses that, I think, because I don't really see a threat with that move. Because my bishop can always defend this pawn if he attacks it more. My rook is already defending. I have another rook, so that should all be fine. Okay, let's go for this. Let's just push it. Maybe I gave him this. Although this would be annoying. Yeah. This is a really nice structure. Quite unbreakable, I'd say. So he's threatening this now. So yeah, I don't know. Let's just do this. If I let him take back, he could have taken my rook, so needed to prevent that. Though now my rooks are kind of stuck like that. Okay, he's trying to repair his pawn structure. I think this might even be good. I don't want to give him a passed pawn. This pawn here will be on a dark square, so his bishop can't easily attack it. Yeah, so he's going for that. Let's see. Let's actually go for this. I want to play this, but it's pinned right now. But now I can. Yeah, and that's actually a problem. Because after this he can now take here. So I'm losing an exchange here. Oh, and I'm losing even more now. Yeah, so this is over. He takes here now. He doesn't. That's crazy. What's he doing? Probably still winning for him with the majority here. But maybe not. Maybe. Okay, I don't know what he was doing. Because this is actually becoming dangerous for him. Yeah, I need to take it now. I was trying to see if I could save this pawn. I don't think that was a way. Yeah, I'm up material now. So, yeah, let's see if we can push them. Could go there, but I can always defend. I feel like this should be alright. This attack is gonna be dangerous for him. This will be a bit annoying. It's a sacrifice, but he wins back a pawn if I take. And if I don't take, if I push, he can take here. He doesn't go for that, giving me the chance to go for this. And I mean, this pawn is still not up for grabs. And if he goes for my rook, I can just play passive and still keep defending the pawn. Can never go here though, so probably have to go for this to keep using my pawns for the attack. And I need to speed up. So yeah, let's go for this. Also on an open file. Might be useful at some point. And if he takes time to go here and grab this with a rook, in that time I'm probably gonna promote. So funnily enough, I think at this point it should be winning for me. Yeah, okay. So maybe we both queen now. So this probably wasn't the best idea, but it's still winning. And he resigns. Okay, this was a crazy game because I was definitely losing at some point. But let's go to the game review. I really don't know why he didn't take my rook. He had such nice tactics and then he just wanted to play an endgame, I guess. I don't know what he was doing. 80 accuracy. My rating is estimated at 1900. I really don't deserve that, because this was really bad. But let's see. So this was all theory. What I wanted to show you is, let's say he just castles. I actually have this. And if he takes with the knight, this is a really dangerous sacrifice. And you can see by the engine, even though I'm down on exchange, it's already plus 1.2. And the reason is my bishop is coming here with a nice pressure there. The knight can also hop in easily. After I castle, the rook can join, and it's just completely winning, basically. And black has some interesting play here, but yeah, if you know what you're doing as white, that's a really nice line. So he correctly played h4, sorry, h5, which is the best move. So here we continued here. What's the engine say here? Yeah, doesn't really mind. Queen d2 is my go-to move. And here I probably could have taken... It says knight e5 here immediately. Yeah, maybe castling is a little bit slow, but it's still alright. And here, let's say I go for this plan. But like that might be some danger here. Which I can just kick it out, and that's no problem. So I could have done that. So again, maybe I was playing a bit too slow. And then here, so this did work. I was considering it at some point. Yeah, because if he takes here, I can just take the knight in between. That's not even the move. This is the move. I feel like I've had this before. Something like this. Because I've made the same mistake in thinking this. Yeah, then after this he needs to move the king and I can take the queen back. And let's see. Yeah, I'm just up 2 points of material. So that would have been nice. 2 pawns. But like this... Yeah, I guess I only win 1 pawn here. But it's still alright. And here... Okay, let's see, because... Taking back with the bishop wasn't... Yeah, okay, so he should have taken back here. To not allow the bishop capture in the end. That's why the evaluation just became so high. And then here I really didn't pay attention. I saw he had the strat. I was thinking of just moving aside, which would probably have been fine because this is unbreakable basically. Maybe at some point he can attack it, but especially with my rook here, that's really difficult. Here I made it difficult for myself. Now this is not a threat yet because of this. But after this... Okay, let's say he goes here. What do I do? King c1 apparently. Yeah, that's crazy. And apparently this is still plus 3.5 for me. So let's see why actually. c4. I guess because the pawns, there's just two passed pawns. Maybe a third here because it's 4-on-1. So even down an exchange with all these pawns, that would have been good for me. So yeah, that would have been best. Probably here still then. Yeah, this is still winning for me just. And then here. This is a blunder. Wow. What did I miss? I didn't miss anything. I'm just promoting here. I basically got so lucky this game. Okay, so that was why my rating estimation was actually higher, because the computer's just thinking I'm playing really nice tactics here. Like, you can take my rook because I'm gonna promote. And I was just like, oops, I blundered a lot of pieces. Okay, that's actually quite interesting. So maybe in a way I trapped him without knowing. So that's why he played this. So he saw more than I did. So again, he probably deserved to win, but luck was on my side, I guess. Yeah, and here again, if he decides to keep pushing, at the very least I have this, just deflecting his rook and then going for the pawn. Although in this case it wouldn't work because he has this. Yeah, of course. Probably something like this. Let's say he goes here, what do I do? Oh, then here, and then he doesn't have this anymore, yeah. But probably I can just also move here or something and just go back to, and he always needs to keep, keep a watch at this pawn. But in the game he was like, okay, let's go for that pawn. And then here I thought maybe throwing this check, because let's say he goes to the h-file, I can actually take here with check. And then save this pawn, which will be annoying for him. And I thought maybe if he goes here, something like this, but he's probably going to take there. Yeah, just throwing this check couldn't hurt. And let's see how my endgame was. I felt like everything was nice. And so here I really felt like he had to play this. See, engine agree. Yeah, a5 is the best move, although it's still completely winning for me. Of course. Engine says rook c2. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done here. I would have probably tried something like this, which would have been fine as well. But after this, at least he split up my pawns. So he has something to play for, but still, those are two passed pawns. This pawn is well defended, so it's still completely winning for me. But this basically made it easier. Now this is never a threat, I can just push. And here I can still push, just trading that pawn. And yeah, these two pawns, protected by the king, there's just nothing he can do really. Yeah, and even here, like, there's no danger there because my pawns are just 2 squares from promotion, and his king is always in the way of his pawn if he takes my pawn. So yeah, there's that. So we did go for it. Okay, this wasn't even quickest. Yeah, this check would have been nice. Because if he takes here again, it's gonna take him 3 moves, and this is just 2 moves. So this wasn't best. And here it's almost equal again. Yeah, if I can't force a queen trade here, it's gonna be difficult to promote this one. So actually, I got lucky that he moved his king here, and I just had a queen trade. I got so many lucky so many times this game. It's unbelievable. And without knowing, like, these tactics in the middle game. Oh, I don't know what's happening. How far do we need to go back? This was a long game. Yeah, so right here, we stack this with, yeah, basically just giving up an exchange and then this not working. Like, I don't know if I would have found that quickly. And my opponent realized in this position and was probably thinking, he tricked me, but I'm not gonna take the credit for that. I didn't. But yeah, it's nice to see sometimes luck is on your side. I definitely had some well, bad luck. I guess my opponent if you go for this line, this is something you need to calculate, of course. But yeah, it's a blitz game. It's time trouble. Although my opponent had a minute over me, so he probably could have afforded to spend a little more time here. Especially because, yeah, if this tactic works, you know you're winning, so why not take your time on that? But yeah, this basically won me the game in the end, so that's how you see. Luck is sometimes also important and definitely part of the game. I definitely enjoyed this one, especially on analyzing this, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.